Imagine that you're a dude that woke up in a girl's body. You don't know why it happened or how long it will last, but you have the freedom to do whatever you want that day as a woman. Would you feel excited? Devastated? Curious? Or maybe you'd think you're nuts and head straight to the ER. Generally speaking, if guys were a girl for a day, there would definitely be a whole lot of exploration going on. But what would they do exactly? We've got the top 7 things lined up, and a few might not be what you were expecting. Number 1, they would pee sitting down. You can try and be formal and proper all you want, but a guy in a girl's body would think about using the bathroom in it, and vice versa. It's something we do every day, multiple times a day, and can't relate with. I think guys are in for an unfortunate surprise when they realize liquids aren't as directable for women as they are for men, but that's just me. Number 2, they'd grope themselves. Don't act shocked, this one had to be said. You suddenly have hanging sacks of fat on your chest. Of course you're going to want to touch them. And yes, I'm talking about boobs. This might only last a couple of minutes, but any guy in a girl's body is going to examine and grope their boobs the first chance they get. I mean, they're curvy parts of the body that have the capability of making milk to feed another human being. I can't blame men for being fascinated by them. Speaking of which, if they're given a pair of milk makers, they would probably want the chance to breastfeed and even try out the milk. Ugh. Number 3, they'd walk around to see how they're treated. It's no secret that guys and girls are treated differently, even doing something as simple as walking down the street. He's definitely observed more than one lady walking past, and now it's his turn to strut his stuff and see if the experience is any different. If he's in a city, he'll likely get catcalled or at least looked up and down, so this should be a whole new experience for him. He might even pop into a few stores or try out a female-dominated activity, like Zumba. I'd like to guess that he'll be unimpressed by his walk, but have a great time shaking and dancing in Zumba. Number 4, they try to get things for free. Guys have this idea that girls can get way more things than they can just because, well, they're girls. While it is true that a girl might be able to get a free drink while a guy usually won't, it's not as easy as it seems. Nevertheless, this guy in a girl's body will try his best to milk the experience for all it's worth. He may flirt brashly with whoever is nearby to try and get a free meal, drink, or a date in general. Number 5. They'd be unpleasantly surprised at how they're treated. It's all fun and games until this guy realizes the downsides of being a woman. While boobs and free stuff sound awesome at first, they also cause unwanted attention and a lot of discomfort in certain situations. A guy in a girl's body will quickly realize how they're mansplained, treated like the weaker sex, and looked at like a sexual object. They won't be pleased to learn they shouldn't walk home alone at night with headphones in, or that they're expected to cook and clean for others while their male counterparts crack open a beer. Number 6, they'd get angry. Once they start realizing the downsides of being in a girl's body, this guy is going to get mad. He might even show his anger by yelling or acting aggressively, after which people may call him crazy or tell him to just calm down. Talk about adding fuel to the fire. If he keeps it up, he'll probably also be called a Karen or the B word, much to his dismay. Number 7, they'd be more empathetic. After all of these ups and downs, you can bet your bottom dollar that this guy will end up being more empathetic to women. If he ever does go back into his guy body, he'll think twice before catcalling a girl or telling her she should smile more. He'll also be more receptive to girls' feelings, eliminating words like crazy and dramatic from his vocabulary. I might go so far as to say he'll have a whole new perspective on life. Funny how being in another person's shoes can do that, huh? It's easy for guys and girls to talk about their differences, but it's much harder to see or imagine things from the other side. For now, a guy waking up in a woman's body is something that is saved for the movies, but we can't help but wonder what it would be like to be someone of the opposite sex. If you're a guy watching this, would you do any, or maybe all, of the things we mentioned today? What else would you do with a day in a girl's body? We won't judge. Well, not if you give the video a like first. And don't forget to subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching and commenting below. You guys rock.